Yo, we're doing a cookie review. Also doing, I'm eating. I'm gonna be mukbanging. Mukbanging. So first cookie review I've done ever. I don't know what took so long. Wife picked up these cookies with raspberry flavored filling. So she'll rate this one out of 10. And she'll rate this one out of 10. She likes shortbread. I'm not a big fan, but once they're open, if that is a chocolate cookie on the back end, like if the front is a whatever, and shortbread, and then the back is this chocolate covered, or chocolate, there's some cocoa powder in there, it's definitely, different. So like, but the chocolate filling, I'm not big on chocolate filling. Over here we have, it's mystery. It's not chocolate. That's mystery filling. You know what I mean? But this is IKEA. They've gone over and above with these cookies, which we're not really talking about. They're just showcased and featured. This is already a game breaker, game changer. This cookie here, you can't have any. Okay? None. You can't have one. You want one of these? These are pretty good. Not a big fan of strange red filling, but this thing is a winner. It comes across as like a strawberry white chocolate, if that makes sense, like white chocolate strawberry flavored. That one right there. Now I know I'm ruining it for you. Limited edition. What's the flavor? I don't know. I'm gonna say strawberry. It came out like strawberry to me, but it could be cherry. It's actually a mystery. You'll have to try it and then figure it out. I don't recommend these as much as I recommend these. You get a lot more of these for, this wasn't cheap. I feel like we have to do a bunch of videos on those. These I haven't talked about because these are my babies. We're gonna have to pick up 6 kilograms of these today and then just hide them. Vaporized, what are they called? We're gonna seal them in Mylar bags because this gets you about 6 months. A Mylar bag could get you 6 years, okay? Airtight, sealed, properly wrapped, Let's go. Over here we've got what I can start to tell you about now. I'm going to start freeze drying my waffles with maple syrup on them. Oh yeah, waffle crackers, waffle cookies, waffle biscuits. Let's go. I come up with this. Nobody else did. Eat rocks, bud. Eat whole rocks. Then what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put some, once they're freeze dried, you can dip it in chocolate, right? You could dip it in your favorite thing. You know what I mean? Oh, let's go. You could also make some sort of you're doing tiramisu or those layer cakes. You could use my thing to make a waffle, caramel, dolce gabbana cake drizzled with chocolate bits. Real cold chocolate bits over top. Ooh, so they're crunchy and big, thicker pieces. So it's a crunch, and it's just chocolate. I'm going to start banging my counter right now. Let's get a plate and I'm going to start eating food. Let's go. Let's go. Straight to the food mobile. So I got plates over here. And just give it a... So I'm pretty big in the kitchen, but I'm really big in the bedroom. And the living room pretty big too, you know what I mean? I get outside and my head, she inflates. I am a boss. I walk around, I check things out. Some people are just doing their thing, it's like a little ant just doing stuff, right? And then there's other people just droning. Literally, you can just see them just droning. Just pushing on, you know what I mean? Fuck. Please don't be one of those. So on today's episode, I've cleaned this plate and we're going to talk about really, really tasty eats right here on this plate. I refer to these as absolute gold, solid gold. And when you place these like this and you realize that it fits the plate so perfectly, you know it was meant to be. I've never done this before. It was meant to be. You can double stack, you can stack back, you can do whatever you want. Stack back, double stack, work the stack, triple stack, get it going, stack attack. You know what I mean? But what you don't want to do is double stack before you implement the I was just showing you. Clearly I was just showing you. We're only going to use a butter knife today. I'm going to finger food, just blast these waffle muffin tops, whatever these are. Let's go. Get some of that on there. Wait. Waffle back. Tiggy Wiggy. You going downstairs? Oh boy, my cat. Hope everyone's having a good day. My cat's a little worse for wear. As soon as he gets any kind of little bit of food from the basement or wherever he is, he has a hard time at night. He has a hard time peeing and all these things. So he is a scavenger, and I don't feed him, but he scavenges. He's telling me right now, but I already know. See, simple-minded people don't understand how powerful someone is because you can't understand the power of the mind because you're simple. The power of one's mind is so insane. Not only can you read other people's minds, but 100%. Why would someone etch? Oh, they screwed the things in so tight they left marks in the wood. Awesome. When I take those off, I'm going to sand that down so much that those marks are barely noticeable. Then I'm going to use a darker stain than is already there. Plus I can wood fill that and then sand it down. You won't know it's there. But wow, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna make these look so beautiful. They're hideous. They're fucking hideous. And I'm gonna fix this up too. Shelving or something here. Maybe that $175 IKEA floating shelf we have in the basement. Maybe we'll put that up in the kitchen here. It'll look really good. So floating shelf there, stainless steel cabinet underneath that by about 40 inches, 35 inches. It'll be a cabinet, a shelf for taller people. It won't be for, if you're a kid, you won't be able to reach up there type of thing, that's important, right? You want stuff that's out of reach of children and mummies. So, and then I got some caulking to do, which I may as well just do that today. And then I gotta put together this TV stand. It's just been hell, but once I get her going, it'll be done. I really wish it would have started off better, but the TV stand was just crap right out of the gate. I need bigger wooden dowlings, so my wife grabbed those from IKEA. And I also have wood glue that I have to use and they don't state that our wood dowlings that we give you are crap, and you're probably going to have to go out and get some of your own. And then the goofs that made this overboard the holes so bad that I got to fill it with wood glue to take off, we're talking about it. Like normally, like when you're trying to fit something, you're talking about like the tiniest degree of shaving, or like just barely, you gotta shave it just to sand it just for a second. This is like somebody sanded it for a half hour. It's awesome, really awesome. Like they used a bit to bore it out, like 5-6 sizes too big. 7 sizes. It just sucks. And the whole thing is done like that. I think there's, I don't know, I counted, I think 16 wood dowlings. I thought I was going to do a cookie review, but I'll be full after this. But I will do a cookie review tomorrow or next week. Or maybe next year. You know what I mean? These waffles are so good. Way better the next day. Can't overcook them though. Then they get a little too dry. They lose their kind of that Belgian waffle flavor. Should I do rice today? Oh my god, this is so good. Hey honey. Make you waffles, okay? They're so good.
Like waffles.
I know you don't, but these ones are so good. I love
I
them.
don't want waffles.
Hey,
I
babe.
want pancakes you made me yesterday. Otherwise, I don't want anything at all.
Here, hon. Take this. I need a bowl.
You know where the bowls are?
Where are they? Alright, she wants pancakes. So we'll make a wife a pancake. I'm not having waffle. I've got 3 or 4 waffles, like 4. I've got a single waffle, a big ass waffle left there. I'll just make her waffle, pancake. She does not like waffles. I don't know the difference. And waffles taste good. Pancakes taste like crap. Waffles taste good. That's the difference. The end. Now we'll use a salt and sealer to seal this back up. A little bit of cinnamon. We're gonna need a frying pan. Mélangez tout ça comme ça. Maintenant. And then you get a pan ready, and you can make your wife. I sure hope that this is a big enough pancake for her. I didn't actually think about that. I just don't want to make too much, you know what I mean? We can always leave her wanting more. Of course, we've been married, so she definitely doesn't even want the first round. So, you already know. How I know. Now you got that there, you put this here, go here. And you're gonna grab some extra virgin olive oil right here. Like that. Turn the pan on. Grab the oil. Grab your pancake mix by the balls. Wipe up the frying pan. So, that's done. Next. Now you're done frying panning. You're gonna wipe the oven. Well, it's hot. That's done. Little water droplets. Did. Alright. Garbage and recycling this morning. Now I'll vacuum. And then I'll start this damn TV stand. And then I've got to do electricals this afternoon. Later on today, like at 5, 6, 7 p.m., something like that. I gotta finish the electrical. It's starting to back to doing 7 different electricals, and I still don't have a sconce for the garage. I don't know what's going on, really. I've got one that I could use. Oh, but it's for a whole system. I don't want to use that. I was actually thinking I should just sell the whole thing. So here we have this. We're gonna put it in there, but I don't know. Like, I got so many different things. I'm not sure which way I want to go with it. But the way the world's turning, I sure would like as many as possible. But it's slightly, absolutely overkill. But it means I can see and hear everything around my doesn't matter to me in winter, so I'll probably save them for spring next year. But even then, like, don't think I'm not scared or anything. I just like to be able to, absolutely thump somebody at the moment's notice, right? Oh, make them feel really welcome. You know what I mean? We're going for a fairly decent sized pancake here. Let's see if we can make it. Awesome. We need right there. We need that. We need this sucker right here. Sucker. I definitely have to go to the washroom right after this episode. Feel a huge poop coming on. And then I'm gonna do some GTA. We haven't done GTA for a while, and then we're gonna do that TV stand. It's clearly next to the GTA. Oh, I gotta do something else while I'm in there too. But we're basically doing a few things in the living room now. The kitchen will be done here momentarily. I'm gonna move those those 4 lights. None of them are. Well, one goes over there, and then the rest I'm putting in the rooms that go in. Just easier to start getting stuff did. And we're gonna organize. Once I get that TV stand in, I'm gonna put the new TV stand, the old TV stand in the dining room, and we're gonna start organizing. I feel like I need another side table, another end table for my gear, for my station, while I'm sitting in the living room there. But we'll see how it works. I might have what I need. I think I have what I need, but it seems. Oh, I have one, but my wife's using mine in the bedroom there. That's changing. She doesn't even do that anymore. So I'll put mine where I want it in the living room there, and then that'll be to the side behind the couch when I'm not using it. Okay, this is on. That's good. We'll use this to flip it and dip it. And garbage. One thing I gotta do here, and then I'm golden. Corn today again, more corn. We'll do corn, rice, shiitake mushrooms today, and the next thing will be there'll be other stuff done today for food. I can't think of what it is. Oh, nachos later on. Nachos I'll make for lunch, I think. didn't even look for it. Hi guys. Oh man, you should see this pancake I'm making the wife right now. You want to see it? Come take a look at it. There it is, Pancake City, bud. Oh man. Actually, kind of wondering why I can't flip it. It might be stuck to the bottom. It might be burned black. I might have burned it black. Let me see. Voila! Et voila! That is a real deal pancake, buddy. Made by a legend. That's the real deal. Yeah, you already know. I'm the hash man. He's the hash man, yo. I'm the real deal. Yeah, you already know. I'll bash him, man. He'll bash you, man. Oh. Smashing, bashing, and hashing. There's nothing I do better. You guys, look onto it. Let the pancake of destiny look onto you, bud. It takes a while for these to cook. You want to make sure the center is fully cooked. I haven't seen it. It has to rise up, and then whatever's in here, like you can't see, but there's like a little spot there. Whatever's in there has to look more cooked than it is right now. Same with that little spot there. You can tell it's just a little undercooked. You want to just go like this, just a hair. Undercooked is no good, by the way. If you're undercooking a pancake, you suck in the kitchen. Like, how hard could it be to fulfill finishing cooking a pancake? You know what I mean? But, oh, you can't manage to cook a pancake without making one side black? Again, OMG, you suck, bro. Okay? So, watch my show. Pay attention to it's the little things, right? It's the consistency that I fully engulf myself in the cooking of this pankake. This pankake will never escape me and become black because I am a legend. You understand? So this pankake right here, I'll show you. Right there, the pankake, right there. You can see it's just a little, hey, how you doing? So you want to take it to the side there, pop and top it right there, and you're going to see quickly. How you doing? Pankake. The art of pankake is quite serious. We ain't playing. Oh, I've been banging chicks for 30 years. You know what I mean? 30 years. They've been making me breakfast for 30 years. How you doing? And then one day I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I'll make you breakfast. You know what I mean? Your breakfast is good, but mine's way better. Have you ever had strawberry croissants? Huh? Watch me, Nene. Watch me dance. Watch me make the finest foods in the world in my underpants. Oh. Now you can see that color. The golden crispy factor of 10 has arisen. Okay? You want to bop the pan right there. You have a force here, probably. Force. We have two of them, actually. We're just going to need one for today's episode. And one fork. Like a so. Like a so. Ooh, the shiitakes are going to be good today. I'm thinking I'm going to go very, not Middle Eastern. What the hell is it? South Asian? What is it? I'm going to go Asiatic on those shiitakes asses. You know what I'm saying? And that's Asiatic. I don't know. Are you guys very worldly? In the slightest, are you worldly? So, you're doing it, first thing you want to do is always place the pankake. You just, right now you're christening it with a little bit of Christian butter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm seriously not religious. Just watch any one of my episodes where I explain why religion is an absolutely scam. Scam! And people with low IQ fall for it every time. It isn't okay to have beliefs and play make-believe all day. It really isn't. But yet you look around and people will point fingers. Who play fucking make-believe all day? Every Sunday they play the weirdest shit I ever seen. And it gives me the creeps. When I was 83, 84, I had the creeps from watching Sunday atmospheres. I was like, what is going on here? This was red alert, code red, everything you could ever imagine going wrong at once in a dude's head was going wrong. I was like, what? I'm like, I'm like, creeper alert, everybody is creeper in this building. I'm like, I've never seen so many creepers in my life. It is the weirdest, sickest thing you can imagine. People who are super religious, I learned this, I'll tell you, they claim they don't point fingers. They claim they don't judge other people. They claim this. It's actually the law of the book they swore an oath to, type of thing. People who are religious are the loudest, dirtiest, scuzziest people who they deflect. They point fingers at others while they've completely already done these things, but they don't want anyone to know, so they'll point fingers at you. That we're all monsters. It's just some of us have the balls to admit it. Others hide in the closet and hide in the dark and do the weirdest shit possible. Friends and family you have right now are monsters and they refuse to admit it. You know what I mean? If you can't come to grips with the monster that is inside of you, you'll continue to do horrible things to not only people you love, innocent people, innocent beings, right? You'll care. Your favorite word will be, I don't care. But I specifically grew up with monsters that went somewhere on Sunday. Monsters. And when I realized the level of creepiness that was going on within my own family in the 80s, I instantly knew right from wrong, and it started with the gateway place. And the gateway place is an indoctrination into your mind that you can't get back. Once you've been indoctrined by your family, you'll never be the same. Everything you do in a day, you'll think you're different, but you'll have so many tells that you're this person's kid. Because you act a fool. You act the same way, and fools are easy to pick out. It's very hard to tell who's really smart and who isn't when you're a fool. So that's why you have people who will date complete imbeciles, or horrible, evil men or women who break the law on a daily basis from 9 to 5 or whatever it is, claim they're so good and innocent. Meanwhile, they're like, the corruption factor is a 10 in their daily life. You know what I mean? If you play the game Survivor every day in real life, and you're a creeper, and you cannot be my friend. You have to understand what I'm saying. You will never be in my presence. You will never enter my home. Creepers are people, not only are they negative times 10, but they're succubuses. They find ways to wedge their way in, and they'll split your thoughts, and they'll have other people telling you that you should be doing things differently. That's the indoctrination. It's like a horde of dumb shits telling you every Sunday you have to go here. Meanwhile, these people have done horrible things in their lives. Horrible. And the reason they go is to their pathetic small pea brains tells them that they are going to repent their sins. So their conscience is the thing that's telling them you've done wrong, you are bad. It's the stressor. You think debt weighs on you. Your conscience is 100-fold. If you've done wrong and you've been hurtful to someone, your conscience can eat away at you and it can destroy you in years, less than years. Your conscience will take you out. And I've personally watched people's consciences eat away at them, make them so negative, so the best word I can use is spiteful. If you are constantly berating somebody, you are spiteful. If you can't muster up positive comments and topics, let me be specific about not a topic. When you're talking about someone else, that's a topic. The topic is you, right? And if the person can't muster or can't manage to say anything that isn't negative, they are a complete spiteful troll. They are a snake in the pond of shit, swimming in septic fields. You know what I mean? Snakes are hard to see at first, but then once they talk, it's easy to tell a snake from a good man, right? A good man is, I've been there, I've done that too. And a snake is, that's funny, you're a fool, Meanwhile, that person laughing probably fucked up more than anyone in the room. But the person, look at on Bart Simpson. Look at the person who laughs the loudest on that show. They reek, they stink, they are the dumbest person, and they laugh the hardest at everybody else's misfortune. That is a spiteful, tubby little troll kid. I don't know his name, but you can picture that fat fucker. And he's got a skull on his vest and he thinks he's a boss. You know what I mean? The level of disrespect that kid brings to the TV show, which is an absolute series, it's a society, right? Simpsons is a society. If you don't know somebody that wakes up every day and hates their job for 30 years, you probably don't get out very much, right? But a number of people in this planet, in this plane of existence, cannot stand what they do for a living. And that's not funny, it sucks. But that's Homer Simpson. That's the Homer. There's a Homer in every fucking town in the world. There's a Bart Simpson, there's usually a Lisa Simpson. It's just a group, and Sims. It's simps. And then son, right? So, son of a simp. If you understand words, I'll tell you, I am son of Thor. This is real talk. Most of you can never grasp this. But this is the old world language that people don't understand. Everybody with like a simple name or anything, you're like, oh, it sucks, you have a cool name, and I'm this. Well, that means you're probably not much, right? And just think about it. If you come from a lineage that must be remembered, they gave it to you as a name. And what do you call that but a genetic breeding marker? That is a genetic lineage. That's your line. I am the son of Thor. My ancestors are powerful men. You will never meet somebody on my level. And what power is intellect. Do you think a person who is small can't beat up someone who is large? Then you obviously don't get out very much. It's not about the size of the man, it's about the mind, the technique you bring to the fight. And again, I'll tell you, I studied and trained this for 30 plus, almost 40 years. I've been a runner. I started running here I played city. I was the city champs here 2 years in a row for my league. The very first 2 years I played soccer. Coincidentally, my squad picked up 2 trophies in a row. Then I left that area, and my new squads where I moved to, we won every fucking tournament we ever played. And I'm not lying. My soccer teams, we won every fucking tournament we ever played. I'm a legend. You don't have to believe me. If you're ever on the field with me, if I ever was able to grace your presence, you felt my power. And there's very few people. People were begging me, fuck, you gotta play. I seen your kicks, I seen your moves. Dude, the way you talk, the way you call plays. Come play with us. You gotta play with us. I wanted nothing more, but at the same time, they're so much younger than me. Like, these guys are like 12 years old. I don't remember exactly, but they were a lot younger than me. Maybe 10 years. I don't know, but that's a huge fucking gap. That's a huge gap when you're talking fresh legs to a dude who's 10 years, doesn't play every day, right? Of course I still got it, but I don't want to. When you fucking retire, you retire at the top. You don't fucking come back and fucking play for the Wizards and like Michael Jordan did, and you don't get like fucking, you don't win the NBA championship with the whatever the fucking Wizards were. He didn't play very good. He just did it, I guess, for the money. He bought into the team. I don't remember the situation, but I followed that very closely. But that's the level that I give is all, right? I don't want people to think that, oh, he's only second best. Fuck, I was the best on the field, the best. And I played with people older than me. I wasn't even allowed on the field absolutely officially, but I played and lied about my age. This was in the early 90s, so you could still do that weird shit. But I wasn't the goof that was like 18 playing on a 13-year-old team. We played against goofs like that. That would bring in like a freaking. This guy had a full beard bigger than the coach. And like, we're like, dude, there's no way you're fit a 13 to 15 age gap. And we complained, but the dude steamrolled our whole team. We still won, but only by like a fucking pube, you know what I mean? But still, we won. You know what I mean? They couldn't even beat us with fucking 20-year-olds, dude. And yeah, I mean, those are accomplishments as a team player, but as a athlete, I take that shit very seriously. Very seriously. I can throw a football and outrun you. I can throw a football way farther than you, and I can definitely catch a football. So I could play football better than any day, and I could tackle a dude from way back, a huge dude. I could just run him and plow him into the dirt. No question. I'm a beast. You see me eat fucking 4 to 6 burritos on a stream back in the first year? There's no one like me. I had 16 hot sauces up. The whole plate was covered in hot sauce. I ate it twice. I am a fucking legend. But now I just do things like that, do stupid shit like that. I'll eat 12 oranges on a live stream in 9 seconds or something, you know? Like, I'm not freaking out or nothing. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I mean, like, different sports I played. Baseball. We played baseball at, like, the Diamonds in our high school. We played with a tennis ball and crack it, like, really far. And I'd be, like, the only person that could throw it from, like, the fence, like, the back of the high school fence. Like, they would hit it to the other side of the field. And I was the only person that could throw it home. You know what I mean? I could put it in people's gloves across the field. Like, I've been playing catch with grown men, like 40-year-old men. When I was 5 and 6, I was playing catch, and I could throw a ball like freaking way farther than your dad could throw it back then. And yeah, I mean, I used to play fastball. I used to throw heaters into other people's gloves who were like 7, 8 years older than me when I was 15, 16. And I mean, when I caught a heater, it fucking stung for like a week. I swear I broke a couple of my fingers, twisted them sideways, but I'd bend them back, stick them in my glove, and I'd keep playing for 4 to 6 more hours. Like, where I come from, we don't just play a little round 2-minute or 40-minute game. We play 16 hours of fucking floor hockey or road hockey. Like, we just go. We play till 4 in the morning usually. Like, we're just different. We would make the court stink when we were done playing. It wasn't just the clothes, it was the fucking whole gym had to be bleached, you know? But we're men. Like, the people I grew up with in my later years are all men. They're all bosses. I'm not scared of them. Not one of them would ever want to mess with me. Not one of them. And I'll tell you, if I wanted somebody on my side, I'd pick any one of them. Compared to what I've seen in the city, like, it's not even a question. young kids too, like young kids that I babysat, they're bosses, they're legends. You know what I mean? It's the area, it's your environment is what allows you to express yourself. And the best way to put that is genetics, the plant genetics that I've created and have made in the environment that I have here allowed the expression factor to be insanely beautiful. Insanely. And there's reasons for that. I'll give you a couple of answers for why. They are forced into they are forced to finish or not. And if you don't finish, then like you're worthless. If I don't know how to word this other than like if you didn't come to fruition and flower out, and you didn't make these perfect buds, then what was your life for? If you're a plant, right? So, what it forces the expression factor is where the environment tells the plant. It has signals. It has triggers. The plant itself feels cold one evening, starts to purple a little bit, or it begins to slightly stunt its growth, and it tells it, holy crap, we gotta hurry and finish flowering. So it'll induce the flowering stage, giving the hormones to bud a plant at tenfold. So just using the cold is a great way to trigger genetic expression in the flowering stage. But there's one perfect example of what I'm referring to with my climate. People in California fucking will not be able to access the genetics in the way that I can here because of that word that I refer to as expression. So, and again, you're not on my level. I want to know how I know this? Because people have been beaning me from Cali for 7 years. And they're great, they're awesome. But I can see that they're slow here compared to what I have. And it's because of what I've already done. Because mine are already have it's cyclical. A plant in a zone that is born, a new plant that is born in a zone that the mother fared weather in the zone the prior year, is the only way to explain this, has a chance to be different and more. So the expression rate from the mother to the seed, the first round, as you know, in F1 can be so many different varieties can pop out of that one. But that's the entire ancestry of that lineage of the plant in F1. So everything that plant has done for its whole life. And so when you're talking unlocking rare genetics, you do it in the first F1s and F2s. That's where you get the, it's called, it's a term used to, when you're talking about similarity, when they're all when they're all the same. Oh crap, I said it 2 days ago, but it's used a little differently today. So when your beans are F1s, like I just explained, from the mother, and the seed is the next year, and you plant that, you can access rare, ancient genetics, the beginnings of those. That's where you can, so now uniformity. So uniformity is not going to happen with F1s. F2's uniformity will not happen. It'll happen more than F1s, but it's still not going to happen anything like the later on. So now I'm not talking about that anymore, but I'm going to go back to F1s. F1s have the rare genetic that you can access from it is so, you have to have 1,000 seeds planted of that one baby, of that one type from that mother, has to have 1,000 new F1 baby seeds from that last year's. And you may, if you have a keen eye and your thumbs are dark green, you will be able to decipher not old genetics, but stuff that you hadn't seen yet from the lineage that you have, with a keen eye and the darkest of green thumbs. So a lot of people aren't on my level, and that's why I find it hard to do shows anymore, because the level of talk that I bring, you guys won't be able to access for years. Like when I talk expression, you guys, you don't even grow outdoors. So you don't even see expression because you're just growing in a closet with the same fucking temperature 90% of the year. Your closet has the same stagnant temperature. Unless you live in Winnipeg and you grow in a basement and it's wintertime, then you're fluxing drastically. If you have a shitty basement, we'll call it, and it's very cold in your basement, then we're talking. You can see certain things, but it's still not on the same level. But it is you are going to express differently, but it's not the same because, well, I'll just quickly get into it. Humidity, the way that the plants perspire, they also take in, right? They can breathe through the leaves. So the cold vapor that comes across consistently for 6 to 8 hours in the cold night, you're not pushing onto your plants. You're just giving the bottom of your basement floor is freezing. So you're basically killing your root systems, which is part of winter, but winter doesn't, which is part of cold weather in the fall, but fall doesn't work like that. Fall actually, the plant is insulated from the ground. Your plant is being stunted from the ground, from the bottom of your pail up. Your ground is what's in your pail, right? The depth of your pail, if you have a 5-gallon pail, you're better off. And if you recently transplanted, you're way better off because that's called an insulator. Once those fucking roots hit the bottom of that 5-gallon pail, and they'll get shocked instantaneously from your cold basement floor. And again, you're not on my level. I've ran thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands in multiple rooms in the same sesh, with the same varietal, with the same cutting. You'll never be on my level for the amount of info that I gathered in a 10-year. Holy shit. You guys will never gather that in your family's lifetime. Because this is what I did. This is literally what I did. And so when I write a book, whether I sell it or I just give it away or I just read it out loud on YouTube one day, you will learn from my knowledge, where I come from, where I grew up, and the people I learned from are actually real farmers. These are men who plant crops. They don't kick cows, they plant crops. Real farmers. These are big time farmers. These ain't no little fucking peon. These are people that take crops to market, bro. And yeah, somewhere back in the field, I got to run my gear. And that's just how it was. We're not the same, okay? And I love how everybody thinks you're just such an expert on ganja. I love it. It makes me giggle inside. I giggle. I love hearing how people know about ballasts and 400 watt ballasts and all this stuff. Fucking jokes, man. Like, in 92, 93, I saw 50,000 watts of ballasts. You guys are talking about 400 watt ballasts. Like, get the fuck out of here, yo. You're pathetic when you talk about small shit, but hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in fields in the 90s. Early 90s, I saw hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in fields. We're not the same. Remember, I told you that. We're just not the same. When I said I've made thousands of batches, how do you think that's... Think about the volume that you need to make thousands of batches. And then just keep telling yourself we're not the same. But yeah, where I grew up and when I grew up was a long time ago. And the world changed. The world made total pusses out of what should have been men today. The world made pusses out of men. I see people that are like cops, that have bumped into people who are cops in the city. They are the most timid of people I've ever encountered. We are not the same.